What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I want to give a bit of a Thrall hunting 101 guide for you. It's been quite a while since I've done this, and I feel like there's a lot of new players that have joined the Conan Exiles world, so I want to make sure that I go through this, not only to let you know how to watch my videos and use the information in my videos, but also to give you some really good tips on how to find the best thralls in game. So first of all, if you're watching a video such as this where I am showing all the thrall spawns, I use a mod that forces those thralls to spawn in the locations where they can. When you get in game, that is not going to happen. You don't have that mod. It's not going to force them to spawn in that location. So I currently have the mod installed, and I'm going to run through the Baywatch camp here and show you where the thralls spawn. Then I'm going to go back in a game where I do not have that mod and show you how different it is when you don't have that mod. So let's get started. Let's run in Baywatch here, and I'm just going to show you the thrall spawn locations. So there's one here, there's one here, there is two cooks up here, one here and one here, both of those. And then if we come back down, come around, come up over here, there's a spot there. There is a spot here, and there is spots down here. So if we come to this guy, there's a spot. If we go over to this one up here, there's a spot, and then there's a spot right here. So a lot of different locations in this area that have the ability to give you a named crafter. And then if we turn back around, I actually missed this spot right here. There's a spot there as well. There's a lot of areas in this location that have the ability to give you a named crafter. However, when you run up here, you are not going to see it like this. So let me show you what it's actually going to look like. All right, so I've loaded up my other game here, and this is the server that I actually play on. This is the Whack Nation unofficial server. If you want to play on this server, all you need to do is join Discord, and you can get all the details there. But if we go in here, and I've gone ahead and cloaked myself so that I can run in here and show you what it's going to look like for you. So here's a Alchemist 3, here's a Taskmaster Master. If we go over this way, there's a Cook 2, there's a Cook 2, and we're going to just continue through all of the thralls that I showed you before. So there's a Cook 3, and if we continue on, there is an Armorer 3, and what do we have here? Cook 3. What else do we have in here? We'll go ahead and look in the same order. Tanner 3, and then down here we have a Cook 3 as well. Dancer 3, and last but not least, a Blacksmith 2. I have Delincia here, and I'm just going to have her follow. I'm going to uncloak, and the way that I would do this is I would make sure that my Thrall was ready with her truncheon. Now, I'm going to give her her truncheon in this case because it is the coup de grace, which means it's going to kill anything that is not named. And if there was something that was named in this camp, it would not kill them. So we're going to go ahead and head on in. And I would not use something with poison at this point in time because I want to look and see if they are named or not. Once I find that they're not named, I don't care if they die or not, unless I'm looking for a thrall of a different type. So if I need a level 3, then I would not be killing them. So now that we've finished clearing the camp, what we need to do is wait that 15 minutes for these thralls to respawn. When I'm doing my videos, I set the thralls to respawn on an instant respawn timer. That's really for your benefit so that you can see the different things that can spawn there. However, if we wait 15 minutes, we get a refresh of thralls in this location, and we'll actually get to see what thralls spawn in those locations. So while we're waiting for them to respawn, let's talk about your setup for knocking out thralls. Basically, what I recommend is use whatever you actually like. I know a lot of people that love to use the blunted bows. I know many of you will side with the blunted javelin, and those of you that have been lucky enough to find a love tap may swear by the love tap. Absolutely any of these are good options. If they work for you, just use what you're used to. One thing that I've seen comments on is that the Void Forge Mace does stun damage, and I've done some testing with the Void Forge Mace, and every time I use it trying to knock out a Thrall, I actually end up killing that Thrall. So this is more of a PvP weapon than it is a PvE weapon. I do not recommend the Void Forge Mace, even crafted at the lowest possible damage in order to knock out NPCs. Another thing you may keep in your Thrall hunting kit is the poison arrows, and that would be if you give your Thrall a truncheon that isn't killing anything that isn't named. What you could do with those, and I'll show you that when I run this camp the next time, is you can actually kill a lot of knocked out thralls at the same time. So that's a technique for you to use to clean up those spots, because you always want those spots to be refreshed so that the next time you come along or the next time another player comes along, they have a chance of getting those named thralls. So we'll put that in our inventory for later. One thing that I will note about the bow that you use for the knockout arrows, you want to make sure that is a low health damage bow. Otherwise, you could find yourself killing the NPCs prior to knocking them out. And you can put a blunted weapon fitting on that bow to make it do more blunted damage than it does health damage. I also recommend the advanced blunted weapon fitting for the love tap. Make sure you have blunted weapon fittings on all of your equipment that you can put it on for knocking out. You cannot attach them to the blunted javelin, so keep that in mind. So I've swapped out my Thrall's truncheon for a heavyweight truncheon because I don't want her to kill any of the NPCs. And we're actually just going to go in and knock everything out. I may kill a few personally if I see that they're not worthy, but basically I want a stack of bodies to show you how to clean them up very quickly. Okay, so I actually decided I'm going to use the coup de grace, and she's going to use the heavyweight truncheon. So let's get right into this and see what we can come up with. So we have our first crafter, that's a smelter 2, and I guess I'll go ahead and start putting the truncheon to him. There we go. We have another cook 2, and cook 2. Okay, not a big deal so far, not super excited. We have an Alchemist 3 and a Taskmaster Apprentice. She seems to be super interested in the Alchemist 3. She's stuck in the corner there. Can we get a little help here? Let's come right out here. Can you come out here? There we go. There we go. Now you're not stuck there. Let's see where she heads off to. We'll just follow her for a moment. Okay. So one of the things, if you're going to use this trick where you're having her do the knockout and not killing them, you're going to want to know where they land so that you can come back and clean them up. And I'm just going to, if she can, I'm going to let her knock these two out. That way I've got some bodies to show you this trick with. Come on, lady, knock them out. Let me just, let me help a little bit here. Oh, I get knocked. Okay, I ended up killing one of them. You should be able to take him easy. Come on, lady. Stop. She's not working properly. Oh, okay. So since I hit him, he died. So that's something that you'll need to know about the coup de grace. If you get one hit on them and you let them do the rest of the knockout, they will die because you hit them with your truncheon. Let's go ahead and let her knock this one out if she can. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you go, girl. Get him. Get him. There you go. And one more hit. Just one. Ah, there we go. All right. So let me show you this trick right now. What we're going to do is we're going to actually rope these thralls if we can. So we'll rope this one. We're going to bring her right down here. Okay. You can sit there. We're going to come over here. We're going to find the other ones that are unconscious. We're going to rope this one. And then this one, is that? Nope. Oh, there's one upstairs here still. This one here, we're going to rope that one as well. And we're just going to put them in a pile right here. So, come on down. Oh, floaty one. Floaty, floaty. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, so then just any bow will work for this. And what you want to do, let's move Thrall over here. Go ahead and go over there, Thrall. And you're just going to shoot an arrow right in the center of them, just like that. And what you're going to see is all of them start taking damage together, and eventually they will die. So you could essentially clear out the whole camp, put all of the bodies in one pile, and then shoot an arrow or two in there in order to kill absolutely everything that you did knock out and you didn't kill already. So 1 and 2 of them died there with just a single arrow. And the other one may make it or not. It's got quite a few hit points, 750. So we're going to go ahead and shoot one more arrow into that pile, and that one will die. Okay, so we went through here 2 times and didn't find any named thralls. So let me take you back into my admin game. I'm going to show you how hard it can actually be to get named thralls to spawn in these locations. I picked a spot to show you how difficult it can actually be to get a named thrall to spawn in any of these locations. So we're just going to kill this particular NPC over and over again until we get a name. Now keep in mind that each one of these kills represents 15 minutes of game time where you're going to have to spend waiting for them to respawn. So we're already up to an hour and we haven't seen a named NPC in this location. And there we go, we have our first named thrall in this location. Happens to be a named carpenter. So that's the way that the RNG works for any of the locations that I've shown in my videos for crafter spawns. So the key really is to find the locations where the named thralls that you want spawn, and then figure out a route where you can spend time hitting all those different locations. So 3 or 4 different camps in a 15-minute session. Usually a loop is the best way to go if you can do a full circle and come back to that first location in about 15 minutes. That's the best way to thrall hunt. And I'm considering doing a video where I show you a loop that would be really good for the Isle of Sipta. If that's something that you like, go ahead and whack this like button. Leave me a comment in the comment section below, letting me know that that's something that you would find useful. Now, hopefully you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comment section, was there anything that stuck out to you that you didn't know before or that is going to help you in your thrall hunting journey? The whack moments in this video were sponsored by my legendary supporters. Thank you very much. If you'd like to become a member, you can click the button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not a subscriber, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video. Now, if you're not done watching, there's 2 videos on the screen. You could pick one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.